that brings us into our next little segment here. And that is something else to deal with Kick. This is a clip of Adin Ross reacting to Ice, or oh my god, I almost said Ice Poseidon. MoistCritical and Jynxi. MoistCritical and Jynxi had said that something along, we watched this yesterday, but this is Adin Ross reacting to it, which he said some things that I want to talk about a little bit. They basically think that Kick is going in a very bad direction, that Kick needs to make its own culture. It seems like they didn't really do a lot of their research. They just, again, went off the headlines of online social media, the stuff that they see of fights on Kick and stuff. That's really what they looked into the most and seen the most. So that's what they kind of talked about a little bit. Can you play this real quick, the reaction clip? Well, yeah. No, we will play the reaction clip. But do you guys want to see the Jynxi and Case, or not Jynxi? Do you want to see the MoistCritical and Jynxi clip? Because he doesn't play it in this clip right here. He doesn't play it at all. He doesn't play it at all. Somebody, oh my, wait, I didn't bookmark it. Somebody played it yesterday. I seen the original. Okay. I'm assuming you guys seen the original because I lost the original. But anyways, this is what he says here. Okay, so this is what happens.
Right. So Jynxi and Critical, if you guys saw if you guys saw what Twitch was 7 years ago, you would be like, what the fuck? Every new platform in the beginning is not going to be 100% amazing, bro. Obviously, Eddie keeps those motherfuckers around because right now they are technically. Good publicity is good. All publicity is good publicity, bro. So right now, Kick. I agree, Eddie. We don't need to have certain streamers doing certain things, but hey, that's the way it is right now, and I can't do anything about it. But what I can tell you is Kick is working. What about all the other creators, the small creators that are actually putting in work and hours and getting paid 90% of their revenue? It's working for them. And the community here is amazing because there's a lot of people that just want to show love and stuff. And then there's also the people that chase the hype and stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, bro, I worked really, really hard to get Kick working and shit. Without my community, without me, there's no Kick, right? So I don't like this. It's a subliminal diss in a way towards me because it could have been cleared up like this is not towards Adin because everyone, when they think Kick, you think Adin. You don't.
Okay. Whew. Wow. Okay, we got a little bit of we got a little bit of things to break down here. We're gonna go step by step. Okay, we are gonna go step by step and break this down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go step by step here. So let's rewatch and break it down as we go. Okay,
right. So Jynxi and Critical
again. So Jynxi and Critical, they both said that Kick is not really in the best direction. They just see constant fighting and stuff that breaks laws and all that stuff happening on Kick, which ultimately that stuff spreads like a wildfire. Okay, that stuff spreads like a wildfire on social media. It is part of the cancel culture stuff that happens. Drama farming over there, especially on Twitter, is very, very common. And well, yeah, they're talking about that. But then he goes on to talk about this, right? And references Twitch very early on. Let's take a listen.
Jynxi and Critical, if you guys saw if you guys saw what Twitch was 7 years ago, you would be like, what the fuck? Every new platform in the beginning is not going to be 100% amazing, bro.
Yeah, so every new platform in the beginning is not going to be 100% amazing, which is true. Which is true. For sure, but again, it's kind of a little bit scuffed there because, well, yeah, of course, when Twitch first started out, it was very, very scuffed, but ultimately the problem is again, Twitch was very early in its own kind of era. Okay, it's very early in its own kind of era. Kick is the idea of Kick is not anything new. It's a live streaming platform. So by us comparing Kick to a product that was like one of the first of its kind when it first came around, there wasn't any references that they could have really used definitively onto what the right and wrong things to do, right? There wasn't anything. They were building it. They were figuring it out. Kick, on the other hand, we have 7 years, I mean, more than 7 years worth of experience from Twitch that we kind of learned a little bit about. Okay, now ultimately, again, so using that reference, I hate using that reference because yes, it's very early Twitch. It's very early Twitch in terms of development, but this is talking about moderation here. Moderation's not new. Okay, that is not new between what should be allowed, what should not be allowed. Now, ultimately, if it breaks the law, of course, obviously it should be gone. Okay, it shouldn't be there. If it's a fight or whatever, as long as it's an organized fight, like Adin Ross, I will admit, his content has gotten a little bit better. His content's gotten better than it was when he first started on Kick. So it has been a little bit better, but he's definitely part of the problem here, and he's definitely, some of you guys said in chat, he's talking as if he's not part of the problem. He is a part of the problem, and especially a part of the bad publicity that Kick has, especially due to his initial action after coming over to the platform, which we don't have to mention, which is pretty wild. But of course, he's trying to reference everybody else besides him. But I will say, like I said, though, his content, though, has gotten a lot better, right? He's been doing boxing matches and stuff, and it's all organized and produced, and that's really good. That is actual content. It's good stuff, right? It's good stuff. I don't really watch it, but at least it's not anything that people are going to clip and go wild about. It's something, it's organized, it's nice. Now, going and fighting somebody random on the street, that's a bit of a different story. And well, yeah, it should kind of be discouraged by Kick, and Kick should maybe take a little bit of action. But then again, Kick is very lenient. They don't want to take an action against something. If something bad happens, what they will do is they will say, we're looking into it, checking in on it, or something like that. They will look into it, and they might spend hours, they might spend days looking into a situation, trying to get the context of it before they make a decision, right? Before they make a decision of banning someone or something like that. Kick takes a while to do that stuff. Again, they research into it and all that. Yeah, now based on some of the previous history of Kick, there's been instances where they don't ban someone. They just don't ban. There's plenty of evidence against them. They don't ban. Nothing. Not a single thing that they do. They don't ban. But I will say lately they've gotten a little bit better with banning and stuff. But again, a lot of the bans is just, hey, you did something bad. Here's a 1-day ban, little smack on the wrist there, a little 1-day ban. Quite interesting. But let's continue here. Again, comparing Kick to Twitch 7 years ago, I think is kind of niche, especially when it comes to moderation. Moderation, development-wise, maybe you can get away with it a little bit, okay? Moderation-wise, there's no. You know what I mean? There's no, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
Obviously, Eddie keeps those motherfuckers around because right now they are technically good publicity is good. All publicity is good publicity, bro. So, right.
And then he goes on to say that obviously Eddie keeps them around because any publicity is better publicity. Okay, not your mama, welcome back. Any publicity is good publicity, which ultimately, technically, that is true. That is true. I mean, even if somebody creates drama with me, if somebody clips me out of context and posts me saying that I'm a terrible human being, please do. Please do. It helps me. It benefits. But the issue here, though, is, again, it's kind of like, oh, well, he's kind of admitting, yeah, there's some really bad stuff that happens, and he's done some really bad stuff. But why do they not get rid of him? Because, oh, well, it helps the platform. It gets people coming over to the platform. It helps the platform be, oh, Kick streaming, and maybe somebody will tune in. But ultimately, it makes a very bad image for Kick. So would Kick really be as big as it is without all the drama? Probably not. And I would say almost guaranteed not. But it does create that narrative that Kick is a terrible place to be. They allow a lot of terrible things to happen, and it pushes that narrative even more. And it's going to get to the point of, again, in Rossier said, oh, well, they keep them around for now. Eddie keeps them around for now. What do you... Yo, if you, type 1 in chat if you think Kick will ever change their mind and increase their moderation. If you don't think that Kick will change their mind and change their moderation to punish these creators, type 2. Type 2 if you think that they won't change it. Type 1 if you think they'll flip a switch, right? They'll flip a switch and all of a sudden start punishing them. I don't know. One, but it will take time. Maybe. And I will say we may have seen that they've been given 1 month bans now. Yeah, we may have seen a little bit of changes here and there where bigger accounts and stuff like that doing bad things have been banned, and they've been being banned for a bit longer. So I will say it's getting a little bit better. It's getting a little bit better. There's a couple instances here and there, of course, that are not they're not good, but they're getting a little bit better, I would say. But ultimately, here's the problem. Guess what? These really large creators that do that stuff have a part ownership of the platform. Adin Ross, XUC, not really. Adin Ross, Ice Poseidon. I don't think Action Man is a part of the thing, but he does some very controversial stuff. But I haven't seen much on him, so hopefully he's doing all right. But some of these very big creators have a bit of the platform. Okay, they have a bit of the platform. And if they banned them, imagine if they removed XQC, Adin Ross. Listen, when they go live, when those guys go live, they make up over 1/3 of the viewership on Kick. Okay? Right now, according to this chart right here, Kick has 71,000 viewers. If an Adin Ross or an XQC goes live, guess what? They add 40 to 50,000, between 30 to 50,000 viewers onto this number. They are over 1/3 of the platform of one single person. And some of these other controversial people, Neon and Jack Doherty and Convy or whatever, sometimes they do some interesting. Do you think they'll ever get rid of them? I don't think so. They make up a very, very large portion of the platform. A lot of the platform. They just do. So very, 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 very weird. But let's continue on to the next thing he says. Actually, just says hi all the time. Yep. He's going to OD on stream one night. Hopefully not. Henry is amazing. A lot of the Twitter clips are taken way out of the context. Exactly. And they are. Because ultimately, listen, if I want to grow on, Twitter or something, I'll just go watch one of these guys' streams, clip something, be like, oh, this is disgusting, terrible behavior. Why does Kick allow this? Do one of those. And bro, I'd probably get 500,000 impressions over there on Twitter. Okay. Even though it may or may not be true, but I think based on Kick's new guideline rules, I would get in trouble for that. I think if I did something like that, I think I would get in trouble for that, with Kick's new guideline rules. So yeah, I'd be careful. I think some of the new guidelines are kind of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I say 2 as in they're already doing bans, so I don't see them changing from that. Okay. I doubt they will. They'll lose that edge, and those pillars of the Kick community will leave. Yeah. Last week, Adin shooting his Tesla Cybertruck shot with 3 different guns, which is still content. If he wants to do that, it's content. It's kind of like Whistle and Diesel type content, but it's still content as long as it's safe, which there was an instance that was not safe. That's for sure. That's true. But the viewers for the bigger guys rarely spend money on subs. So how are they making Kick money? Oh, they're not. These big dudes, these big streamers and stuff like that on Kick. Yo, S3, thank you for the follow. Sorry, squeeze me. These big streamers on Kick are not really making Kick money. What they're doing is they're kind of giving Kick a leverage point to say, hey, we have 150,000 viewers on Kick right now. And even though, half of those viewers are 2 channels, it's kind of giving Kick the idea and the leverage point of, oh, well, you know, we have a lot of viewers sometimes, right? We have a lot of viewers. And in fact, like right now, here it is. It's still fairly early morning though, but 71,000 viewers, 71,000. Okay. But then during the day, okay, during like middle of the day, sort of, it's like, it kicks at like 200 to between 200 to 300,000 viewers. 200 to 300,000 viewers. How? How? It's wild. It's wild. You notice a new bug where you click someone's stream and it shows their end screen like they're offline unless you refresh? I have not noticed that. Interesting. But yeah, no, they don't make, the IRL streamers do not make Kick any money. They literally don't make any money. They don't even advertise Kick merch, which is, in my opinion, which is actually the only way that Kick actually makes money at the moment is by selling merch, right? And obviously they don't advertise that. So IMO, what up, Side? Welcome to the stream, or welcome back anyways. IMO, Kick has not moved growth-wise in the past 5 months. We are sitting here waiting for this game-changing 2.0 website, which is now 4 months late. Brother, man, that 2.0 website is almost, like, it has been in the works for a little less than a year. Okay? A little less than a year. Okay? It is 6 or 7 months late. It's 6 or 7 months late. But even if it's late, that's fine. We have no information. None. We don't know. Right? We have no information. Now, if you want to talk about, oh, if you want to bring up like, oh, Kick is not growing or whatever, you know what they'll talk about? They'll talk about this. They will talk about this right here. The average viewership. If we look in 2023, this is supposedly the average viewership is these yellow lines right here. This is the average viewership. Supposedly every single month besides October, the average viewership went up. December of 2023, 152,000. Okay, 152,000 for the month of December 2023. 2024, 178, 188. But keep in mind, this does include view bots. Okay, this does include view bots. Peak viewers includes view bots, right? It does. They do include view bots. So they are going to see, obviously Kick is going to say, well, oh yeah, well, the platform's growing. It is growing. And I will say, depending on kind of who you are a little bit, it is growing a little bit. But go ahead and take a look at my, go look at my account on here, man. Go look at my account on here. Guess what? I can't even filter by all time because of, you know, paywall. But in the past 30 days, I got viewbotted for 15,000. Actually, wait a minute. I think it shows it over here. Can you get around it? Yeah, you can. September 16th of September 2023. I got viewbotted for 24,000 viewers. I messaged Stream Charts and I said, hey, is there any way we can fix this? Because if an advertiser wants to contact me or whatever for maybe an advertisement spot or something like that, and they see peak viewers 24,000, that's lying. That is view bots. But you know what? Stream Charts responded. They said no. They said no. Nope. They said they said that these are the stats from Kick. They can't adjust the stats from Kick. They are directly from Kick. Whatever Kick sends them, that's what they display. So 24,000 peak viewers is stuck on my channel, on my charts forever, along with 15,000, along with 11,000, 9,000, 3,000. Well, actually 3,000, I don't think so. I think that was a host. But you know, all these other ones though, that was not a host. 7,000, right? Not a host. They don't have a viewer list because most views count as +2 for website fluff to look good. No way noticed. Yeah, so here's the thing. The view counts are kind of weird. The view counts are kind of weird. A little bit. Because I've been in a channel that has 1 viewer. I tune into the channel. It stays at 1 viewer forever. There's been other times I'll tune into that same channel that's got 1 viewer. It'll go up to 3 viewers. Sometimes it'll go to 2 viewers. Viewer count is really, really weird. It is really, really weird. Very, very weird, right? Very, very weird. But I will say, like Ababs earlier in the chat said that in a live stream from Andrew Santa Maria, apparently he had mentioned that there is no roadmap for a viewer list because it's sort of deemed not important. You know how many people in the community want a viewer list? For you to say that, for you to deem that it's not, I know not him specifically, but for them to deem that it is not important is bizarre, because not only does that kind of hint at the idea of you really don't want to show the view bots, but it also hints at the idea of like, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Right? That's the reason Livespace won't give one either, because people will see there's 10 people watching on the whole website. Yeah. Yeah. But Livespace is way too small though for that. So, but Kick on the other hand doesn't really have an excuse. The fact that a giant amount of the community, I would say, I mean, I've seen the viewer list recommendation for a very, very long time, and I've seen the counter arguments of, well, what can you do with the viewer? Why is the viewer list so important? They really, really don't want to put a viewer list on the platform. They don't want to do it. They want to avoid it at all cost. But anyways, back to this. I will get back into your chat messages, but back to this here a little bit. Because yeah, Livespace doesn't have a viewer list either. No. If you let's see, if you want to use the channel, use mine. Now they are okay. When it comes to, hang on, we are 22 seconds into this, and we need to break it down even more here, because we were talking forever right there, bro. Which is I'm down for. I'm glad. I love the conversation, but we got to continue about what Adin Ross said in here, because there's some more stuff to talk about. I mean, hot take, if you're a longtime lurker and don't type, you better at least be a sub. A keck. Yeah, I don't, what? Here we go. Let's see what else he's got to say.
Right now, Kick, I agree. Eddie, we don't need to have certain streamers doing certain things, but
we don't need to have certain streamers doing certain things. He's one of them.
Hey, that's the way it is right now, and I can't do anything about it, but
he can't do anything about it. I've heard that before too. It was very early on where Trainwrecks was a part of the platform, and Trainwrecks was like, hey, I don't like this. I hate this, how this happens on Kick. But ultimately, he only has so much power. Adin Ross is in the same boat. I don't think he really would do much about it. Trainwrecks would be more advocate to do something about it. But ultimately, they can only do so much. Like the Trainwrecks, they only have so much power. They can only do so much. Right. The main heads would be Eddie and Baijan. Paul's sort of, I would say, a bit too, but yeah. So these other co-owners that got signed on with $1 million deals, contracts, they might have a tiny bit of a say, but probably not a lot, I wouldn't imagine.
What I can tell you is Kick is working. What about all the other creators, the small creators that are actually
Kick is working? We've heard that 1,000 times.
Putting in work and hours and getting paid 90-some% of their revenue.
He mentions all the small streamers and how they're benefiting a lot of the 95.5 and the creator incentive program, which he doesn't mention, but it's sort of what he means, which I will agree. There ain't no way I could ever be a full-time streamer without the program. There is no way. In fact, before I was even in the program, I was done with streaming because I just couldn't, and I was ready to go on to my different adventure until Kick contacted me. So, okay. So I will agree with that, yeah, of course, the revenue split, the creator incentive program, mainly the revenue split, the creator incentive program is basically bigger streamers. But the revenue split and stuff, it's helped a lot of people, right? It's helped a lot of small streamers and stuff make more than they would have on Twitch, for example. So I will agree with that. That has definitely helped some people, but does that justify excuses as an excuse? Not fully.
Revenue, it's working for them. And the community here is amazing because there's a lot of people that just want to show love and stuff.
The community here is amazing. There's a lot of people that just want to show love and stuff. Oof. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay. The community here, not in his chat, and not in a lot of chats. Okay. There's a lot of the big streamers have some very, very toxic communities. And sometimes those toxic communities kind of spread on over. Team Wolfpack, by the way, thank you for the follow. They kind of spread on over to some other channels. Now, you're gonna receive some hate no matter what, even if that didn't exist. But Kick seems to be you get a little bit more hate than you normally would. You know, you seem to get a little bit more than you normally would, but you know. But I will say though, on the other hand, is that the general consensus is that Kick is very toxic. It's very, very toxic. So that's the general consensus. But like Nacho Mama said, I don't allow toxicity in my chat. We send them packing, right? Which is exactly goes down to kind of the moderation of the channels. But again, that goes back to my idea that I said yesterday, that there's not even good moderation tools on Kick. The moderation tools are kind of lackluster. There's only so much you can really do with the moderation tools that we are supplied. We need to have better moderation tools, right? Give us more moderation tools. Let us ban phrases or something like that. Like please make who knows, maybe in the future, far-fetched, an AI that takes a chat message, and if it's close to another chat message that you have banned as a phrase, it deletes it or auto bans the user or whatever. You know, I don't know. I'm okay with trolls, but in a fun way. And I am too. I'm okay with trolls for a while. And if they make fun of me or whatever, that's fine. I use them as content. But if they target if they target people in my chat, that's where I draw the line. No way doing that. If you target me all you want, I don't really care. I'll use you as content. But also it depends on, you know, when we get to a certain point too. There's obviously a thing where I draw a limit. And if you break that limit, bro, I'm a lot harsher than my mods. My mods will time out. It's quicker for me to just press ban, and then you can come around when you can unban requests, which features. Anyways, fun trolls breathe life into the chat. Being a toxic little cringe lord and an adult acting 12 doesn't help anyone. Oh, the immaturity levels. Oh, the immaturity levels. The guy's talking behind the, you're fat, you're ugly, shut your mouth, you don't know what you're talking about. Those people there are just like, dude, the immaturity levels, which is what a lot of these communities are. The Adin Ross communities, the Ice Poseidon communities, a lot of these communities are very immature. They could be 30, 40-year-old, but they could be very, very immature. Okay, very immature. It's just ridiculous. So when he says that the community on here is very supportive, very giving, sometimes depending on the channel and stuff, but other times though, it's definitely hurts because the community's fairly toxic, pretty toxic for some people, that's for sure. In Adin chat, I've been told things like you're gonna die soon. Yep. The Wi-Fi at the nursing home. Oh yeah. Oh no, oh yeah, no, it's stupid. It's stupid. The amount of it's at that point, it's literally better not even to type in those channels, because you literally just get targeted. It's ridiculous. Especially, not to mention, we have verified badge. There used to be a time you could shut your verified badge off, which I love to do, because sometimes I can't type. If I type in a stream, it'll be like, oh my God, you're a verified streamer. Oh my God. Where I'm just like, nah, man, I just want to be a normal person typing in the chat. I don't really, but you can't shut the verified off anymore. So if you type in one of those chats and you're verified, some people might click on your channel, and then, yeah, it goes wild. There is a line, some people deserve insta-bans. Oh, 100%. 100%. To be honest, if we could move everywhere, we would and call it home here 100%. The site needs to be more viewer friendly. When this happens, I think they will come. For the past year in growth, Kick gained streamers, not viewers. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So side, technically based on the stats, Kick has grown. And I will say, like, I've grown a bit and stuff like that. But the reality is we don't know how much Kick has grown in total because we don't know the view bots compared to non-view bots and stuff. So I will say Kick has grown a little bit, but has it grown as much as the stats suggest it has? I don't know. I don't know. Because I have seen some streamers who streamed on Kick for a while. They did really good. Quit Kick. They stopped streaming on Kick. So then those viewers that were loyal to them and well, loyal to Kick basically and just kept watching Kick streams, they go find somebody else to go watch. And that's their new regular streamer. You know, so yeah. I had one of those graphic designers in my chat. I looked at his work on stream, said it was cool, but not for me. Then he started calling me names and being abusive. Oh, those graphic designers, the moment they say graphic design, ban them. Insta ban. Gone. Insta ban. I mean, I multi-streamed on Twitch because my account had an issue 2 weeks ago or whatever. I multi-streamed on on Twitch for like an hour, and I had a graphic design bot in my Twitch chat, right? In my Twitch chat. So, yeah, you didn't insta-ban me. Yeah, but you didn't come in here saying, hey, how are you? I'm a graphic designer. I can make your channel look super dope. Like, nah, gone. Get them, troll them now. It's fun. Yeah, just get rid of them. I mean, it's most of the time they're not even a real human being. If they are a real human being, we might talk for a little bit, but yeah, this is all his ego talking. It means it's all love for him. Yeah, 100% agree to this. And we can see it when they're slowly trying to move our community. I unfollowed all of them in SSB. I love to interact with chat, but I get so much hate from them. So I unfollowed and to avoid the hate. Yeah, which is definitely a method for sure. Let's continue here.
Stuff. And then there's also the people that chase the hype and stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, bro, I worked
the people who chase the hype, yeah.
Really hard to get Kick working and shit.
I worked really, really hard to get Kick working. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Yeah. Pulling up a good old website on the front page with 100,000 plus viewers on day 2 of being on the platform or whatever it was. He's working hard.
Without my community, without me, there's no Kick.
Without my community, without me, there's no Kick. Okay.
Right. So I don't like this. It's a subliminal diss in a way towards me because it could have been cleared up like this is not towards Adin because everyone when they think Kick, you think Adin.
Can we just like cut like
my community without me? There's no.
Can we just like cut from like 50 seconds and then the rest? Can we just like cut this off? Can we just like cut that off? I don't. What are we talking about
Kick
here, man?
Without
Adin Ross, it's there's no Kick. And then these guys, by talking about Kick, they're talking about him. I don't know. I think XQC hit more headlines and was bigger than Adin Ross. Adin Ross was big, but XQC was bigger, way bigger. I mean, he hit the New York Times with his contract deal. Like, man, okay, yowzer, yeah. So again, he's doing the Hassan thing. It's me, it's targeting me. Doing that Hassan type thing, the self, you know, hey, it's me, you're targeting me. It's a target towards me. It's all about me. It's, yeah, without Adin Ross, listen, Adin Ross isn't even live right now. You guys are in my channel. Hey, hey, what do you think about that, right? His community is toxic. Be better without them. Yeah. Look at the average viewer message. Oh yeah, the chat top right. It was worse than Kick. Stone checked his footage. I mean, wonderful. 500 viewers. Facts. He funnels something to 12-year-old. Like, dude, yeah, it's his chat is very toxic. Very toxic. His chat is ride or die. Okay, his chat is ride or die, Adin Ross. It is, right? It is. It is ride or die Adin Ross. That's what his community is. That's what XQC's community is. That's what a lot of their community is a lot of ride or die Adin Ross. The main idea here is the publicity. Okay, boom. This tweet goes out here and it has 250,000 impressions, right? 250,000 impressions. The idea is, oh well, maybe somebody who doesn't know what Kick is looks at it, watches this and is like, what do they talk Kick? What is Kick? And then they look up Kick and maybe grow a little bit. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's once Kick gets rid of the degenerates, we're gonna be fine. I'm chilling with Kick. I mean, at the same time, it's the streamers' faults too. They gotta know when to stop ruining their own platform. Kick has been banning a lot of people lately. I only see weirdos on Kick, not gonna lie. Now you only see that because people only post negative things. Scuba Ryan is one of those people, by the way. If you see the positive things, no one would say anything. There's a lot of things wrong with Twitch right now too. Scuba Ryan it posts some bad things here and there too. He does do less than some other social media channels, but he is one of those channels too. So he's even calling himself on that because ultimately it gets him the most amount of impressions. It just does. So that's the Adin Ross thing. I mean, dude, when I saw that, I was like, brother, man, what the heck, dude? I don't know. I don't know.